YouTube Live, good morning. Happy Tuesday, I believe, November 28th. Um, I'm wearing my jacket in my bedroom because it's freezing in here. It's getting really cold in Southern California. It's not as cold as the East Coast for my take on it. But earlier this morning, there was something trending. It was by the legendary actress Angela Lansbury. And if you don't know who Angela Lansbury is, I'd be like, really, really, where have you been living? Under a rock all these years? But Angela Lansbury is a three-time Oscar-nominated legendary actress, uh, most famously known for her long-running series Murder, She Wrote, which I did not watch religiously when I was a teenager. I mean, I watched a couple of episodes here and there, but I didn't like, oh my god, tonight there's a new episode of Murder She Wrote. I gotta watch it. I gotta cancel all my plans. No, it wasn't like that. But I totally get why the show was popular. But this is not about Murder She Wrote. She also voiced Mrs. Potts in the original animated movie Beauty and the Beast. So here's what she told. Let's see here. Let's get the full quote so we can get the context. Okay, I don't want to just like get excerpts and then misunderstand her. So, in her interview with Radio Times, Angela Lansbury said, and this is in regards to the tsunami of sexual harassment allegations that have been, pretty much a daily thing in Hollywood now, ever since Harvey Weinstein. So, Angela Lansbury said, and I quote, there are two sides to this coin. We have to own up to the fact that women, since time immemorial, have gone out of their way to make themselves attractive. And unfortunately, it has backfired on us. And this is where we are today. We must sometimes take blame, women. I really do think that. Although it's awful to say we can't make ourselves look as attractive as possible without being knocked down and raped. Now, she went on to say this, and I quote, should women be prepared for this? No, they should not have to be. There's no excuse for that, and I think it will stop now. It will have to stop now. I think a lot of men must be very worried at this point. Okay, so the way I see it is, and you can probably kind of take on this from that angle as well. It seems that on the first half of her statement, she's blaming the victim. On the second half, she's trying to save herself. Oh my God, I just blame the victim. You know what? But what I meant to say is, hey, men should be worried. This will have to stop. This culture of harassing. So she's trying to save herself there at the second statement. But maybe I get that wrong. Feel free to chat or share your comment about this in the below this video. So I tweeted about this earlier and exchanged on Twitter with a friend of mine, and basically I want to share with you my thoughts about this with regards to Angela Lansbury blaming the victims on the way. Just excuse me, I just had breakfast. Blaming the victims on the way they dress. She said, like, hey, we have gone out of our way to look attractive, and it backfires. Maybe we shouldn't go out of our way to look attractive. Jenny McCarthy says she went into an audition and got sexually. Oh, okay. Okay, I did not. I don't know. I haven't heard about that news. But thank you for leaving your chat here. But back to Angela Lansbury. She said, we have gone out of our way as women to look attractive, and it backfires on us. Maybe we should, kind of take it down a notch. Well, it's the same old weak argument. Weak, okay? In that Angela Lansbury is from a different generation. She's from a different era. It's not her fault. It's not something like, oh my God, we just dismiss her because she's from we understand her. We accept that she's from a different era. But it's not to excuse her argument either. she probably thinks that girls should not even wear one-piece bikini because she thinks it's not modest. Um, and that's, she's entitled to that opinion. Okay, she's entitled. She has the right to free speech on that opinion. Um, but discussing this topic about the way women dress and whether or not it invites sexual harassment. Discussing this topic with Angela Lansbury is like discussing this topic with my parents. With my parents, they come from a different era, from a different mindset, from a different generation. So oftentimes when I have this discussion with them, I just have to nod and accept them for who they are, and I don't raise my voice, and I just respectfully disagree. You know, the same I would treat Angela Lansbury. She's the elder. She's a legendary actress. She has a reputation. Oh, it's 8 o'clock. So I would have to respectfully disagree with Angela Lansbury on this topic. Look, I believe it's on us, the men. So this video is not about mansplaining, okay? I'm not trying to condescend or patronize any women out there. This is me telling my fellow men out there. I guess you could say I'm mansplaining to the men. It's on us, guys, to hold it together, okay? Just because we see yoga pants or a sexy dress or a two-piece bikini, it doesn't mean we go hump the nearest tree or hump the nearest light post like we're a dog in heat. Women should dress whatever clothes they want. This is America. This is America. That said, of course, there are dress codes. In certain environments like schools or workplaces. Obviously, you can't wear a bikini in an office, but my point is, in generality, is that people should dress however they want, men and women, without getting harassed. We should find confidence in what we wear without the threat of getting harassed, basically, yeah. So that's what I'm trying to say here. And that's why I disagree with Angela Lansbury. Again, we understand, we don't dismiss her opinion, but we understand that she comes from a different generation. But we also understand that times have changed. Times will always change. We can't expect things to be the way they used to when we grew up, okay? And in the case of Angela Lansbury, I'm sorry, we're not living in the 50s anymore. And in the case of me, I'm sorry, I can't expect the Grammy nominations this year to include freaking Aerosmith or some of my bands, my favorite bands in the 80s and 90s anymore, because no, the times of rock music are gone. That kind of hard rock music. So times will always change. The way we think as a society will change. And plus, again, I cannot emphasize this enough. This is America, okay? We're not in a theocratic state. Especially women, should be able to wear whatever they want without getting harassed. And my friend, I don't want to mention her name, but basically she said, yeah, I grew up with that mindset too, being told by my parents that I have to cover up, that it's on me if somebody makes suggestive comments about me. It takes years for me to unlearn that mindset, and I totally get that. I totally get that. I grew up in a conservative country called Indonesia, and they do have that mindset as well, where the girls are encouraged to, like, hey, cover up. Otherwise, if something happens to you, then you are the ones to blame. The guys can't help themselves. Guys are like animals. They'd hump whatever they could hump. Like, it's such an ancient thinking. Such an ancient thinking. All right. By the way, I'm reminded of that awesome scene from Denzel Washington's movie Johnny Q. So I can't expect Chaka Khan to be at Grammys every year. Chaka Khan at Grammys every year. Oh, that's a good one, my friend. That's a good one. Yeah, I can't expect Bon Jovi at the Grammys every year either. But anyway, I'm reminded of the scene from Denzel Washington's movie Johnny Q. Remember that? It was a very heartfelt scene that speaks about our broken health insurance system in this country. It's a private insurance. People can't afford health care for their child. So there's that one scene where Denzel was looking at his sick 10-year-old son, I believe. I think he's 10 years old. I don't remember the exact age. But the son was lying in the bed, and Denzel, as the father, looking at the son, and he's unloading. He's expressing his feelings, and he's saying to his son something along the lines of, because he's giving him advice. He says something along the line of, "I know you're still young. You are too young to be liking girls at this point. But when the time comes, treat them all like princesses, because that's who they are." And when I had this conversation with my friend on Twitter, it's not princesses as in, condescending or patronizing, or, princess, in a derogatory way. What I meant by that is with respect, with equal standpoint. I'm reminded also of that hilarious meme when hilarious meme saying that Keanu Reeves has been accused of taking women out on nice dates. That's a hilarious meme. When all the other big celebrities have been accused of sexual harassment, here's a meme saying Keanu Reeves has been accused of taking women out on nice dates. First of all, of course, which women out there would not say yes to a date to Keanu Reeves? But even if it's not Keanu Reeves, which women out there would not say? Which women out there would say no to a date with a guy who they know will treat them respectfully, will treat them like a princess, will treat them equally? And I think if a guy treats women in that respect, treats women in such manner, the guy has got major game, even when he doesn't realize it. That's how we should do, man. Again, this video is not mansplaining. This is me calling out to my fellow men out there. It's on us, to treat our women with respect, and it's not on them to be like, oh my God, should I? They don't have to be worried about, oh my God, is this gonna be inviting sexual harassment if I wear this, and if I wear that, what would the men say about me? Just it's America. They can wear whatever they want. You can wear whatever you want without getting harassed, and let's treat each other with respect and equality. I know it sounds cheesy and cliche, but I think the society will be a better place if we start thinking and behaving that way. That's it. That's my rant. Now I gotta go to 20th Century Fox event for The Greatest Showman, starring Hugh Jackman as P.T. Barnum. Stay tuned for my coverage about that. Hopefully I can. I don't know if they're gonna have a review embargo, so maybe you'll have to wait until I can post that video here on YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, share this video, thank you Mac Caramello, thank you, I will have fun. Share this video with everybody, especially the men in your lives. Share them, they need to hear it. And and go to my Patreon page, patreon.com/ramascreen, and become my patron. Support me there, okay? Let's rock this. Bye.